cool thing that you can do with Claude Desktop if you have the subscription to Claude is they can actually use it as an MCP client before even needing to create your own MCP client. In our instance here, we have added our MCP server to a configuration file that can be found within app data on your system. That can be found in our instance on Windows, app data roaming Claude desktop configurations. We're going to just basically telling it to how to run it. In our case, we're going to be using UV to run it instead of Python because UV allows us to change the directory. I found in my use case sometimes if Claude runs it manually, it would actually store its data in its own cache file instead of using this file here that I've defined. But that just fixes it so that we can change the directory to use this one instead. And then we can run MCP server. And within here, now what we can do is create a new chat, run as incognito. We will have the ability down here to check our connectors, and we have our recipe server here as we defined within our code, so recipe server. And just to show that this is not using anything else, we're going to turn everything else off. So from here, we can toggle our recipe server, so that's using that. And let's ask it, create a new recipe for Vietnamese pho. Okay, so what it's doing now is that it knows it has a reference to the tools that we have on our system, and it's going to execute this tool call for the create recipe from the recipe server. And this will have all of our information here, and we press enter, we'll allow it, and it will return us basically a description of it. But if we go down here, now we can see that this has been created using the Claude. We can also do other things as well. So we can use our prompting here. So from here, we can create a prompt. And let's say pizza. And this is optional, so we don't need to do it. So you add that prompt here. And what this is you'll create a new recipe for pizza. And we'll just say create a new recipe. So this is how you can basically do this same thing but with a prompt attached to it. And now we have another recipe that can be created. And I can do the final thing, let's say like delete the recipe, and it's going to use the delete recipe tool, and this is the name. Okay, so now we check again, the recipe is missing, but we also created a new pizza. This one, yeah, this one here with our new things.